All right, we sparked a big conversation the other day, and I kind of want to dig into it. Sitting here in front of you, I'll be 47 in a couple weeks, and here's what I think keep most men over the age of 35 from progressing in their fitness goals. I'm going to try to be as real with you as I possibly can be, right? If you have been training and eating okay consistently, maybe even grinding for the last 5, 6, 7, or 8 years, but you're looking in the mirror and nothing seems to be changing, then this post right here is for you. Because here's the truth. After the age of 35, some of the old rules that maybe we've been seeing that helped us be successful when we were younger, they're gonna stop working, right? You cannot just train harder and do more and expect to see results. And if you don't fix it, then the next 10 years could look frustratingly like the last 10 did, right? I've seen people for years that approach me and they say, Rob, I'm training the same, I'm working really hard, I'm even working harder, and the results just aren't there. I've experienced myself, and I've seen it in hundreds of guys that I've coached over the last 20 years, right? I'm a level 3 CrossFit coach. I've owned a gym for the last 13 years, and I've spent over 20 years in this industry. And even with all that, there were times in my journey where I was frustrated, where I thought I could do more and end up getting hurt or end up just being stalled out. So today I'm gonna show you, what I think the reason that when we hit that 35 to 55-year-old age, why some people stall out, and maybe a really simple framework that you can use to reclaim your edge in the next 3 months. Now, secret number one is something I needed to pound into your head, and I had to get pounded into my head, that more training does not necessarily equal results, right? I say it all the time that more is not better. Better is better, right? A lot of guys think the answer is I need to put in more grind, more reps, more miles, more hours in the gym. But once we pass the age of 35, the real secret to helping you do better and the real secret to your gains is recovery. That's the multiplier, right? If you're not sleeping right, if you're not fueling right, your training will stall and it'll beat you down instead of build you up. I've seen dudes training 6 days a week, spinning their wheels consistently, and not getting anywhere, and I pull them off of that 6-day session, put them on 4 focus sessions a week, work on their sleep, give them enough protein, and voila, their strength and their energy shoots up literally in the next week after paying attention to stuff like that, right? That's secret one. Secret number two, right on the same level of it, is nutrition and sleep way matter more than your motivation. They matter more than you think you can. That old adage, you can't out-train a bad diet, is 100% true. And the truth is you cannot, especially at our age, out-train poor sleep. Let's talk about food. Protein intake is going to drive your body composition. Hydration and micronutrients matter way more than most people want to believe. And whipping over to sleep, if you're still staying up till midnight and you're running full bore in the morning on 4 hours of sleep and caffeine, you're never going to feel sharp at life, you're never going to feel sharp in work, you're certainly not going to feel sharp in the gym, right? Most midlife men, they don't need more motivation. What you guys need is structure around how you eat, around how you move, and around how you sleep. Secret number 3, small wins compound way faster than big resets. And this is where a lot of guys fail, in my opinion, is they try to overhaul everything and kind of go all or nothing. 30-day crash diets, 100 straight days of working out, all kinds of things they jump on as trending, which is good for motivation, but the problem is that kind of stuff rarely sticks, right? The men who actually transform consistently are the ones who stick to tiny promises and fulfill them, right? They hit their protein 2 meals a day, they walk daily, they get to bed by 10 o'clock. None of these things taken one-on-one feel huge, but together they really start to move the needle towards us feeling better. And they stick because you start fulfilling promises with yourself, and then you believe it over and over again, and they're fairly realistic, right? Now, let's talk about the framework that I use when I sit down with my clients. And it's fairly simple. It's got about 6 steps in it. And when you stick to it and you cater it to yourself, you won't believe the change you see in 90 days. Number 1 is outcome clarity. I need you to define what success looks like for you. Not for Jimmy down the street, not for the guy that's working out next to you, but for you specifically. What do you want out of this? You want to look better, you want to move better, you want to stand better. What does that guy look like? How does he treat his family? What does he do at work? What's his gym sessions? I want this outcome so clear that you can reach out and taste it, right? Number 2 is an honest audit of what you're doing now, right? I need you to take a look at your training regimen. I need you to take a look at how you're eating. I need you to take a look at your sleep and look at the stress that is involved on all of those and your expectations on them, right? Number 3, we're going to leverage what matters, and we're going to pick 2 to 3 huge levers, so 2 to 3 really important levers, not necessarily 10, right? So many people say, I gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you get 15 things you gotta get done every day, it's not gonna work. I need you to pick 2 to 3 things that are gonna be most responsible for moving that needle forward like we talked about earlier. That's number 3. Number 4 is we're gonna structure our week so that we can create a repeatable rhythm around our life, around our work, and around our family. The truth is, most of us do the same day or the same week over and over again. We know what our Monday looks like. We know what our Monday through Friday looks like, and even our weekend. So it's our goal to create a repeatable rhythm of working and eating and sleeping that fit with your work, that fit with your family, that fit with your goals, right? And then number 5 is the big one here. We're gonna review and refine it every 2 weeks. Double down on what's working, and we're gonna adjust what's not. It's simple. It's really that simple. It's not always easy, but it works. And if you actually follow it, your next 90 days are gonna look completely different than the last 10 years. I can promise you that. Just implementing a system that's all about, stacking small wins is gonna be awesome. So here's my challenge. Don't just listen to this and go away motivated. I want you to pick your 2 to 3 levers right now. What are the 1, 2, 3 things that we can touch on that are gonna move the needle forward as far as your fitness and start stacking small wins today, right? It is Wednesday, it's hump day. You can get out there and figure out what we're gonna do and take really, really small steps. I need you to realize, guys, you're not past your prime. What you need is just a plan that works for you where you are now in your life. Now, if you want to go deeper into this, I'm going to keep dropping videos here, so please stay tuned. And as always, let's remember, rebuild and rise.